I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dolls that I grew beside, all the niggas brown, die that they die, gotta watch the time cause it's flying right.
Hello everybody, I look a mess right now, but we're gonna go ahead and get this together, but I'm gonna also tell you guys a story. This is a throwback story from a couple of years ago, back in I believe 2017. I may be getting my dates wrong and this may have happened in 2018, but I'm pretty sure it was 2017 because that was a very grimy time of my life where I did a lot of things that I just genuinely don't understand how I got in those situations. So this is one of those stories. So let me go ahead and fix this hair. I have like half a gel on my hair right now. I don't know why I like started doing my hair before I pressed record. Oh wait, I do know why. It's because I just hit my palm. So if I'm acting a little loopy right now, girl, you know why. I'm not gonna title this a faded get ready with me because it's gonna somehow get flagged. So just know, you know though. And I'm gonna somehow tell this story without my brain frying and like not talking properly. Okay, so let me continue my hair and let me tell you guys this story. We're not about to hold off any longer. Okay, so this was a very embarrassing time in my life. Please do not judge me. I'm very embarrassed that like I even found myself in these predicaments, and I have a lot of stories from this 2017 era that I have not shared on my channel. I used to have an OnlyFans account where of course I was posting like that, but I was also posting story times and I was posting old music and stuff that I never posted on my main channel. So this is one of those stories. So if you were subscribed, if you were an OF fan, then you may have heard this story before. So I was hanging out with this girl at her house and it was late at night. It was probably like, well, not late at night, it was maybe like 7 o'clock. And I got a DM from a random man and he said, hey, like, are you interested in having a sugar daddy? And at first I was like, okay, this has to be a joke because all the time I would get DMs from like fake old men accounts saying like, hey, you looking for a sugar daddy? And conveniently those would always get sent to me when I would be like in a relationship. So I think people were trying to like catch me or like, you know, try to start some shit and be like, oh look, instead of seeing my boyfriend at the time, like, oh look, your girlfriend's like, like, see, I saw right through it, like I saw the trick. You can't trick the trickster, okay? I saw right through it, didn't fall for it. Could have on a bad day. This man was like a legit account, like an actual person. I went to his page and I saw that like, you know, he had real pictures and stuff. It wasn't like a fake thing. So he was like, oh, like, are you interested in having a sugar daddy? Like, I think you're so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. I'm a music producer for Justin Bieber. I work with I produced this at, with Love and Hip Hop, and I'm friends with all the cast and crew, and just like, you know, name dropping, like the whole typical thing that men love to do. And well, not even just men, everybody loves to do that in LA. Like they love to drop, you know, who they know and what they could potentially do for you. And I don't know why, because then no one actually cares to help each other out there. So this man's just name dropping, and I go to his account and I actually see like pictures of him in the studio, and you know, a lot of the stuff that he said in his DM was, you know, adding up. It was making sense. So I showed it to my friend and she was like, oh my gosh, like what the heck, like respond to him, like do it, girl, like get that bag, who cares? And you guys know I had different situations in the past in LA involving men wanting to be my sugar daddy, and it was just very, very embarrassing, very just not good situations every single time. So I don't know why I was even attempting or even like trying to like dabble again. So I was like, okay, you know, let me go ahead and hit this guy back up. So I messaged him and I'm like, oh, are you for real? Like, is this like a serious thing? And he's like, yes, it is. Like, I can show you how for real I am right now. Meet me at Tao, which is like this restaurant slash nightclub thingy. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. It was in Hollywood. But he was like, oh, like I'll meet you there right now, like I'll pay for your dinner, I'll even like pay you like $1,000 just to come and like sit and eat with me, like right now. I'm like, really? Like right now? It was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night and I was wearing like sweatpants, did not have my makeup done, did not have my hair done, nothing. Like I was just chilling at this girl's house, like we were just hanging out. And I'm like showing my friend the messages, and she's like, girl, let's go. And oh, ask him if like I can come too. I'm like, of course I'm gonna ask him if you can come too, because girl, I'm not about to just go by myself. Like, if we're gonna get this bag, we're gonna get it together. I'm all about teamwork, okay? And I'm also scared. I asked him, I was like, oh, like I'd be down to do it only if like I could bring my friend with me, like type thing. And it didn't just jump from like him saying, hey, like come to dinner with me, and I'm like, okay. Like no, like we were talking for like a while. There was like in between conversation just him telling me about himself. I'm just not talking about that. But still, don't just like meet people off the internet like that. Like that's not safe. Like that's still very much giving danger, stranger danger. But I was in a time of my life where I don't think I cared about danger, and I think I was also with the mindset of like, hey, if it goes wrong, then at least I have a story time or something to tell, you know, which was not the right way to be thinking, of course. Yeah. Look, I'm using a different foundation this time. This is the Tarte BB Tinted Treatment Primer. This is in the color medium. I've been using this recently. I've been using this because I used a fake tanner a couple of days ago and my other foundation is too light. Like I don't have the same foundation in different colors, and I don't like to mix different foundations together to get the correct color, so we're just gonna use this. So he's like, oh yeah, sure, like you could bring your friend or whatever, like that is completely fine if that makes you feel more comfortable. Like can you like meet me there right now type thing. And I was like, oh, like I need to get ready because I'm literally in like sweatpants. He's like, oh no, like come as you are, but like I'm not about to pull up there right now in like some sweatpants and like look dusty, musty, crusty. I'm not trying to, you know, be in there in my sweatpants and my Air Force Ones. Like I loved my Air Force Ones. I loved my Adidas shell tops. Like those were my favorite shoes, and you can't be pulling up to a nice dinner like that, girly. You're a grown woman now. Like that would have been okay at like, you know, my 17, 18 era, but like we need to get grown women. Like you're trying to, you know, get this man to give you a bag. Like let me not pull up looking like a high school sophomore real quick. So I am not nowhere near the same size as this girl that I was with, but she somehow gave me some clothes to wear. I squeezed my ass into it and she got dressed. We did some quick makeup, quick hair, like, you know, and we got in her car and we drove there. And the thing is, it took us like I think 5 times of driving around the restaurant to get some sort of like parking because we didn't want to valet. Like, oh my god, like I hate that I was making so much money back then. I was making so much money in my bag, bitch, but I was so damn cheap off the most like dumbest things. Like you should probably want to valet your car so when you walk out you don't have to like go walk in the dark or down like a sketchy LA alleyway, because LA is not some like glamorous place. I feel like you guys know that by now because I've made that very clear. I got another concealer. This is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. You guys know I always use this in like a super pale color, but I finally found it in Target, and this is in medium beige, so it actually matches my tan. So here we go, period. I'm not gonna look like I saw a ghost. But not all of LA is sketchy, of course, just Hollywood, low-key. So yeah, we probably should have valeted our car so we wouldn't have had to, you know, deal with the situation that we would have had to deal with later on, and I wouldn't have had to do what I had to do. But no, because it took us like 5 times to go around, we definitely should have just like left, because maybe that was the universe being like, no parking, like you are not parking this car and getting out and like going to meet this man right now, like you're not doing it. But you know what, we found a spot far as hell away. Like we had to walk like maybe 5 minutes to get to the freaking restaurant, which I know it's not that far, but like it's gonna feel far when you have to walk back with the man. So we went to the restaurant, walked in, and this guy in his photos, like he did not look anything like his pictures. He was like half the size that he said he was, because this man is like 5'5", and maybe he thought that I was gonna be short. Like maybe he's like, oh, this girl's gonna be like 5'2", so I could lie about my height, but like I'm a big bitch. Like I am almost 5'9". So you can't, oh my god, my damn piercing. You can't lie to me about your height and be like, oh, like I'm 5'11", or like I'm 6 foot, but really you're 5'8". Like you can't lie. Ooh, the camera's dying, but look what I bought on Amazon. Extra batteries, hold on. I'm taking this serious, I'm taking it serious. I was in Cali for a couple of days, went to Disneyland, went to San Diego to, you know, chill with the kids. So that's why I wasn't, you know, posting anything for a couple of days, but I'm back to, you know, 2 times a week. So yes, I'm taking it serious. We got extra batteries, we got all these chargers. So, you know, we do our introductions or whatever, and we go and sit down. He's very nice at first, like very nice, like normal dude, telling us about like his work and stuff. Of course I'm not gonna say who this man is because I mean, there's really no point in starting all of that, but he was a producer, like I said. He made music with Justin. He did music for like other like, ooh, is it blurry? Come on. He worked with different rappers and different artists and stuff. After he tells us about him, I'm telling him, you know, a little bit more about me. And then my friend starts talking about herself and he completely cuts her off. I was like, oh, like very, very rude, cuts her off. Just like gets next to me, starts whispering in my ear, like, you know, completely cutting her off from the conversation. Oh, like, I just want to let you know that I got you an apartment. Like, bitch, I'm being serious. Like, this man was very like scary forward like this, talking about I got you an apartment. It's here in Hollywood, so like, you know, if you want to stay there, like you can start staying there immediately. Like, I really like you. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm literally just like, what the fuck? Like, telling him, like, what do you mean you got me an apartment? Like, this, we just met right now. And he's like, oh, I know, but like, I got your vibe when we like just started talking. Like, very, very just like weird, like sus. It's giving trafficking. But I was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? You got me a damn apartment. And he's like, there's only like one condition though. I'm like, what is that condition? Immediately I knew that he was gonna say some like weird shit, because like, what normal sane person is gonna like do that, like get me a whole apartment and you don't even like know me like that? Like, what the hell? And I don't know you, like, that's weird. Really strange people in LA, that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, the only condition is that you have to let me have a key to the apartment and I have to, you know, have access whenever I want to come into the place. And immediately I'm like, red flag, like, what the fuck do you mean, like, access to the apartment whenever you want? Like, that is so like creepy and sus. Like, wait, like, who the fuck would say yes to that? Like, someone would have to be in like a very, very bad situation to be like, yeah, that sounds great. Because why would you want somebody that you don't even know to be able to just bust up in? Like, you could be sleeping, like this man will just crawl into the bed with me or something. Like, no, like, what the heck? Like, that's so weird. Like, that's not gonna happen. So I'm telling him, I'm like, no, I don't think like that's something I want to do. Like, I'm fine. Like, I got my own house, I got my own spot. Like, I don't need that. And he's like, oh, but like, you don't have to pay your own bills. Like, I'll take care of it. Like, you know, you could just move all your stuff in there type thing. But of course I was like, no, like, I'm okay, thank you so much. But like, no. He excuses himself to go to the bathroom. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but me and my friends are talking immediately and I'm like, dude, he just like offered me an apartment. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean he offered you an apartment? And I'm like telling her everything that he just like whispered in my ear, because like I said, he completely like cut her out of the conversation. It was very, very awkward and obvious that he did that too. And then this man starts DMing me saying like, oh, come to the bathroom, come to the bathroom. Like, no, I'm not coming to the bathroom. So I just completely like ignore the messages. And my friend was like, yeah, just like ignore it. Like, just let him come back over here. So eventually, you know, he ends up coming back to the table. He doesn't even like say anything about the messages. But I was like, what do you mean come to the bathroom? Like, are you gonna try to like convince me again about the freaking apartment thing? Like, you know, that's really, really weird and stuff. We're not about to do that right now. We're using some Rare Beauty blush. This is in Nearly Rose. I don't even know if the packaging looks like this anymore with Rare Beauty, because I bought this like 2 years ago. Love my girl Selena Gomez. Tell me why I saw a photo on Twitter of her in a blue dress at the Met Gala and I was like, oh my god, she looks amazing. I'm so happy for her. She looks so good. And then it said, and somebody posted it, they're like, oh, Selena at the Met Gala. And then I scroll some more and it's like AI generated. It wasn't even real. That is so scary. Like, I really thought that that was a real photo of her. Like, that's creepy. So back to the story. This man, you know, he comes back from the bathroom or whatever and we're just talking again, and this was before I like actually started like, you know, recording music and like taking it serious and stuff. But he asked me like, oh, like, are you interested in like making music or whatever, because like he was a producer, and I told him like, yeah, like I would love to, you know, try one day. And he started, you know, making all those like fake promises of like, oh, like I could get you, you know, a collaboration with da 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 da, I can get you a collab with, but I can get you to meet Justin. Like, come on now, like, be fucking for real. Like, you are not about to get me like a song with Justin Bieber. Like, I have no label and I have no money to pay him either. So, and I doubt you're gonna be able to pull some strings to get this multi-millionaire person to just randomly do a song with this random bitch. Like, no. And I just hate when people make false promises like that. Like, what's the point of pretending. Like, why are you giving my hopes up just to like try to get some coochie? At this point, he's not really being the nice guy that he was before. He's just kind of like, oh, I valeted this $300,000 Rolls Royce. Like, you can come back to my place after this. I could drop your friend off and then you can come back to mine, or we can go to the studio, or I could like, you know, call some of my guys and we could like hang out with them type thing. But like, no, we're not about to, you know, have a battery. Like, it's not about to happen. I'm not a battery ting. Like, this is not about to happen where drop off my friend and it's just me, you, and like 6 other, like, no, what the fuck? And the scary thing is I've actually been put in that situation before by men in LA. Like, that is not an irregular thing where they try to like do some like weird shit like that. And it's so sad when they get mad that you're not down for that like shit, because like, I mean, I'm sure there's some girls that are okay with that and like, do your thing, girl, whatever, like, be safe. But like, that's not me. Like, wow, I didn't know you were entitled. But they really act like that out there, especially if they have money, or like they don't even have money. If they know somebody that has money, they somehow will like convince themselves that it's their money too, and then that they have to like, I don't even know, like they will be Trippie Redd's 15th cousin from like 5th removed uncle from this side of the family on that side of the family, and they will expect VIP treatment. And he was also offering like, you want some drinks, like we could do drinks or whatever, but we were trying to drive, and I am that one person that like, I don't play when it comes to that stuff. I will not drink and drive. I will not get in the car with somebody who even had like 1 drink, not 1 beer, nothing. Like, we're not playing that game. I don't even care anymore about the $1,000. Like, he didn't mention it anymore. I didn't care. Like, I just wanted to get out there. You know, we tell him thank you for the food. Like, we're gonna head out now. And he would not take no for an answer. Like we started walking away and he started following behind us. So we're like, okay, and he's walking us back to the car. But that's really sketchy. So we walk back to the car and he's trying to like hold my hand and shit. And it's just so fucking uncomfortable the entire time. Like, he's trying to like hold me and like, you know, get all close to me and shit. My friend can see me like giving her the eyes of like help. But I'm like trying to like, you know, get away from him, but he keeps like getting right next to me, and it's just like really, really creepy. We finally get to her car and my friend starts getting in the vehicle and he tries to like pull me to the side, and he pulls out his wallet, and I think he gave me $200, but like he like, I didn't even care about the money anymore, but like he told me he was gonna give me $1,000 when we were talking through messaging. He's like, yeah, like he even like sent me like photos like, oh, I got all these like this cash on me. Like, that's how men are out there. Like, they'll send you pictures of their money. It's really embarrassing. But he's like, you know, I'm gonna give you like $1,000 just for like coming to dinner with me to show you I'm for real. Like, you're telling me you're for real, but then you didn't even like. I'm sure somebody's like, bitch, you better be grateful you got something, but like, honestly, I would rather he have just not gave me anything at all, because when he handed me the money and I went to grab it, he pulled my hand forward, and girl, when I say he tried to kiss me, he kissed me like right here, because I turned my face at the last second. He like kissed me like right here, like half on the corner of my mouth, like right here. It so uncomfortable. Definitely no consent was given with that kiss. Very, very uncomfortable. I got in the car. I was like, did you just see what he did? And she's like, no, I wasn't looking. Girl, you should have been looking. Like, you left me with that man out there. This is so cute. I'm gonna start just putting glitter on top of all of my eyeshadow now. That's so fun. Every time I put glitter too, Nyla's like, makeup, makeup, and she like points at my eyes. She loves makeup. This girl's gonna be the next Mac Barbie 07. It's gonna be Nyla the Barb 2021. I wonder if Nyla's gonna be a Barb. Well, of course. I mean, like, that's what I play. Anthony loves to play 80s music for her, so she's always listening to like old school stuff. And she loves it. I love it too for her. Like, it's more appropriate too anyways. But like, we definitely listen to some Nicki Minaj. We'll be putting lashes on today, and of course they will be my Poppy lashes from my Oh Sweetie shop. I just recently purchased the NessaShop.com, and I will be selling merch. It'll be t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, mugs, notebooks. I'm gonna have some like stuff designed up so we can have like blankets, artwork, like just different things. So stay tuned for that. But that's gonna be like my actual like merch website. It's a little bit different of a process than with my Oh Sweetie shop, so I'll be able to drop stuff a lot faster and easier for you guys. And I will be carrying extra small up to 5X. The girlies come in all sizes, so everybody will be able to get something. I have 2 designs done so far. I have my friend helping me with one more, and when he is done with that, then we will be able to launch. So probably in the next week week and a half most likely. Back to the story. So like I said, that man tried to kiss me and it was very uncomfortable. He gave me my $200. I got back in the car with my friend, and like as soon as he walked away and hit the corner, we just started busting out laughing. Like, it was just so embarrassing. I started laughing. I gave her $100. I kept the other 100. Like, of course I'm gonna give my girl the other half because she had to sit there and endure it with me. Like, I'm not gonna be stingy. This is not my first interaction with a Hollywood producer. They are very, very interesting folk. Like, I've hung out with a couple, like, you know, rappers. I've hung out with a couple of producers. I am not the kind of person that post things, so I feel like people are just so surprised when they like hear my stories, but like I'm not lying, because I'm not gonna come out here on the internet and tell a lie and possibly get sued. That's why I've never been sued for any of my stories, because I'm not lying. I've hung out with some people, and rappers have, like, believe it or not, they've all been pretty like respectful and like nice towards me, but it's always been the producers that have been like, out of every single like producer that I have ever worked with, and I don't know if this person somehow, like, watch me say this and they like somehow have like allegations or something towards them, but the only person, the only like producer that I have ever hung out with that was not weird as fuck would have to be Metro Boomin. Like, he was the only one that was not weird as fuck. There was one rapper slash R&B guy that was disrespectful and weird, and that was a story time that I told on my OF that I don't know if I'm gonna ever tell on here. He was one of those people that I grew up listening to his music from the age of like probably 12 or 13, and it was just weird finding myself there at like 22, 23 years old. And I was like 22, I think, yeah. And just being there and seeing how he really was, it was just really, really like disappointing. But yeah, Metro was probably the only one that was actually like normal and nice, and he like gave me like this big ass like bag of weed and was like, roll up, do whatever you want, and like, I'm just gonna make some music. Some of my friends will come in and out, like somebody might come in and record, but like do your own thing, like whatever, like let's hang out. So it was like really cool. But yeah, everyone else was just like really sus. I just still can't believe the way that man like snuck a kiss. Like, how are you gonna like sneak kiss me, like, and like to do it after like putting money in front of me? Like, that's just so grimy. Like, it made me feel kind of like, ugh. These are the poppy lashes. So if you're looking for some, you know, everyday fluffy lashes, check these out on my website. All of my lashes are what, like 10 bucks or something? I don't know why I'm asking y'all, it's my shop, I should know. Okay, I need to do my eyebrows. I just had like a flashback in my head. Like, I just like played the entire scenario like super quick. There was this one time where I was in the studio with, you know, one of these producer guys that I actually thought was my friend. Like, we were actually friends. That's what like made it hurt even more, that they were behaving like this, because there was like only one other person there, and that person was kind of my friend, but more so their friend, and they felt comfortable enough to like, you know, I was sitting on this like couch. There's a little like couch right here, couch over here, all this equipment over here. I was sitting on this little couch by myself, and they were over here, and they're like, come sit next to me. Like, why are you so far away? I'm like, I don't know, like, we're just sitting here chilling. Like, I'm not intentionally trying to be far away. He's like, oh, come and sit next to me. So I move over to that couch, and he does not stop trying to like make me sit like on his lap. Like, keeps like, no, come over here, like trying to like direct my body. I was like trying to sit down, like trying to like literally like move my hips and move me back, like trying to like resist it type thing. But of course, like, this man was stronger than me, so I end up like sitting on top of his lap, and I'm just like, what the fuck, like, this is so uncomfortable. But this is my friend, so I'm like, maybe he's not probably trying to be weird, right? And then he starts like saying all this like weird ass shit in my like ear, and like just like saying all this like sus stuff. Like, it's like, I know his friend could like hear him like saying all this stuff, so it's just like, why are you so comfortable being like vile and like saying all this like weird, uncomfortable, like sexual stuff? Just kept saying all this like nasty stuff, and like kept trying to like grab me, and I like kept trying to like move back to that like couch over there, and eventually like I got back over there, and he just ended up moving over there too, and it became this like bouncing back and forth every like couple minutes thing where I kept like moving, but then he would keep like moving next to me. And yeah, and I didn't talk to him for a while after that because he obviously made me so uncomfortable. But eventually when I did see him again, he continued to do the exact same thing. So I never saw him again. I never spoke to him again after that situation. Pretty sure I just used the wrong color. Nice. Yes, that guy did end up hitting me up again. He did end up messaging me saying like, oh, like I had a great time. Like it really was not that great of a time, my guy. Like you were talking about yourself mainly the whole time, whispering in my ear, saying weird stuff. No thank you. But he's like, oh, like I want to hang out again, like I would love to see you again like tomorrow type thing. And I was not interested in it, so I just didn't even like respond to him. I just left him on red. And I'm pretty sure I eventually blocked him because I think he kept messaging me. For lip liner today, we're going to be using ColourPop. This is in the color 951. That's what it says. This is more of a like reddish than my typical like pinky that I use. I'm thinking about that night when I ended up at that celebrity's house that was like one of my childhood like favorite artists. And it's just like, ugh, like that was just such a weird night. Like the night started off with me and my friend going to go and see, I think it was A$AP Ferg. We were able to like get like VIP and like be on the stage or whatever because she had to connect. So I remember like we went on the stage and we were like standing back there as like A$AP Ferg was performing, and then T.I. came up to us and like offered us a drink. Like, which it was very weird. Gave us both something. I'm just thinking about what I'm saying out loud and it's like, why did I just take the drink? You should definitely not just take drinks from people. Like, I think because I was a little starstruck, I was like, oh, let me just take it. Like, but he's a human too, and he could have been on something weird. He wasn't though. Like, it was just a drink. But like, you definitely never know. So yeah, just don't take drinks from people and drink them. So we went outside to look for the hot dog lady. I could not find her. I was very disappointed. We got in an Uber and we went back to her house. It's funny though, because like the club was right here and her apartment was literally like right there, so we could have walked. We got back to her apartment and I kid you not, maybe like 2 minutes later we got the phone call to come right back downstairs. We got picked up by some guy that she was like talking to at the moment, and I don't even know like what the plan was. He just was gonna swing by and we were gonna go get into something, but we ended up going to Wendy's. And when we got to Wendy's, then this, oh man, the car was beautiful. This Bentley pulled up, and I'm not gonna say who's in it because I'm just not trying to get caught up right now. But it was somebody's son, somebody very famous' son, who has a girlfriend. I don't think they're together anymore. I'm pretty sure they're not together. They might be, who knows. He pulls up in the car, and then there was somebody next to him who, I'm once again not gonna say who they were, but they pulled up next to us, got out of the car, and they're like, hey, do you want to go to blah blah's house? And immediately I was like, girl, when I say clenched up. And the entire time that we were there, that person, the one that was like, oh, you want to go blah blah blah, the famous person's son, the entire time he was trying to touch up on me, trying to like flirt with me. And girl, when I tell you I was trying to move away, because I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if your dad is a billionaire, which his father is a billionaire. If you have a girlfriend, I'm not that girl. You're not gonna make that my reputation, and that's just me morally. It's not me, because I believe in karma, and I have also been cheated on. And it fucking hurts, and this guy probably does that all the time. Like, he probably cheats on this girl all the time because he didn't know me. But the second we got into this celebrity's house, he was all up on me the entire time. Like, it was just very, very weird. And he wasn't trying to get to know me either. Like, he didn't ask me my name, was not trying to get to know me, but he was trying to get in my pants. It was very, very uncomfortable, and I feel like he probably gets away with that a lot. So he probably was like, oh, I don't even gotta ask the girl's name at this point because it was probably that easy for him. I'm sure a lot of girls, like, you know, get excited when, you know, it's a celebrity, but like, girl, they are just people just like us, but half of the time they are worse. This man, he's over here, his girlfriend's constantly posting pictures of them in matching outfits, and they're doing all these iconic things online for social media and being that it couple, but you're over here trying to cheat on your girlfriend. But that's a whole nother story time, and that's just the beginning of it. Let's go ahead and put some highlighter on. So did you guys enjoy this little faded get ready with me where I just bounced between 3 different stories at once? It's 11 in the morning. I'm gonna edit this video and try to upload it today. So you guys are getting this same day. I'm just so excited to film again because, like I said, I went to Cali for the weekend and I haven't uploaded in like 5 days, and I want to make sure that I at least show face and see you guys like twice a week. So hi, I'm here. Put a little bit of mascara on the bottom of this. Hi. I can hear Nyla screaming downstairs. It's nap time. She's with Anthony, of course, but yeah, mommy puts her to sleep a lot faster. It's weird. It used to be where she could only fall asleep with him, but now she only falls asleep with me. I don't know what happened. She switched up. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's story time. Definitely another one of those random situations that I ended up in. No, I do not want a sugar daddy, so please nobody watching this video, because I'm sure some old weird men are gonna, you know, search this up and be like, oh, maybe she wants one. I don't want one. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, you know, doing some makeup with me and just talking about something weird that I went through. Good old classic story time. Thanks for coming back to my channel, and I will see you guys all in a couple days again. Bye.